Drummer Boone doesn't seem to have a problem getting bored. He's into so many different activities, he just doesn't have the time to let his mind wander too far away. Between writing and performing, he also produces a web series, Cowboy Kitchen, where he serves up some of his favorite recipes with a few of his friends. We had a chance to catch up with Coop here in Nashville to talk about his new self-titled disc. Check it out.
I'm here with Cooper Boone. Wow, this is an honor. You are a busy man.
I'm a busy man.
Got a lot going on. What a great album.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, and I just heard a little bit here at County Q, and when I walked in, you guys were working on What I Did Today. What a song.
It is. It's a great song. I wrote it with James Dean Hicks, who you know, and Angela Cassett, who's a big songwriter here in Nashville. And we actually recorded it here, so it's great to be here doing this, and we'll be singing the song later. But yeah, it's been a wild ride with making this album. I've had a great time. What I did today was jump in my new car. Saw a homeless man at the end of my street holding out his empty jar. And I turned up the heat and the radio and sped off on my way. That's what I did today.
I've noticed on this album that you've been working on, you've got some really big songwriters, Josh Keir and several others.
Yeah, Josh Keir, James Dean Hicks, Angela Cassett, Kirsty Manna, who wrote Big and Rich is Loud, and Blake Shelton's breakout hit Austin. Yeah, you know, it's been kind of a wild ride. I was in music as a younger man, and I was the wedding singer. I was that guy who played at your wedding probably. And I got through school. I went on to become a psychologist and counselor, and I've been doing that. I felt really called to do work with the poor, so I worked with people in the South Bronx. I worked with a lot of drug addicts.
Wow.
And a lot of people. I worked in prisons as well.
So you've seen a lot.
It's been wild. There's a lot of those stories and
they
that
come
have been
through in your
inspired.
song.
Absolutely. I got a lot to draw from. So then I kind of got burned out like many of us do in our work. We work so hard in life, and I kind of had an epiphany that I was just going to operate from things that I love. And I still do a little counseling. I work with the elderly now when I have time. But food and music were really two other things that I felt very passionate about. And so I kind of circled back to those things. And what you have on the album is, what I feel proud of is it's got a real good blend of, I like to have fun. I'd be the first one to be at the party. But I also like to kind of sit and kind of reflect. And so you've got some slow, some mid, some high tempo songs in there. So I think it really takes the person on a journey in the album, which I love. And I went out to meet the world with that big old smile on my face. That's what I did today.
You also are really good in the kitchen, I hear.
I'm okay in the kitchen, yeah. I can cook a little. I had to cook. I grew up having to cook or starve because my parents worked. So, I started cooking when I was 5, and I've got this little webisode series called Coop's Kitchen.
I love that. Coop's Kitchen.
Coop's
Great
Kitchen.
title.
And we're going into the first formal pilot of it this October and November, and I'm filming it up at my farm in Pennsylvania. I've got a young director, Noah Hutton, who is Deborah Winger and Tim Hutton's son.
Wow.
And he's producing it, and we're doing 12 episodes. It's going to be a blast.
So what's next? Obviously the TV show and recording, and then your album sales.
Yes, album's doing well. It's getting some radio play, and my goal is to be on QVC and package food and music together to get it out there. And I'd love to have also guests on the show, people, not just famous people, but just kind of everyday people on the show, and so we can cook and hang out.
What a great concept.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well,
Thanks.
It's such a pleasure. And
thank you so much.
What I Did Today, make sure you get that. And also, you're going to want to hear the Cougar Dream song.
Definitely.
So good. So cute.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It seems Coop is off to a fast start with his musical career. Country Weekly thinks he's doing well too, with a recent Who's New profile in the magazine. We still have lots more up ahead, so don't go away. We'll be back with more Inside Music Row right after this.
Hi, my name is Emma Jacob, and we're going to talk a little bit about my new single, Juliana, coming up next on Inside Music Row.